Babu Owino just said that Governor Johnston Sakaja poured out his brains at Steamer Plaza recently. And if Murugi Munyi could tell it, then Kenyans are her, and Sakaja is the boyfriend who was giving her backshots at the club toilets. Now, speaking of Murugi Munyi, this is what she had to say. I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with it.
Here's one I've just thought of mine. The bar was so low. There was a guy that I once dated that all our dates were in the club, and every single time we had sex was in a club toilet. Every single time. And all our dates were in the club. So that's the only time that we would ever meet, and that's the only time we'd ever fuck. Man, I really want to give that young Murugi such a hug. She went through too much, yeah.
I think you win, babe.
No,
I don't know if I've heard one. Or maybe because of who I know you to
exactly.
be. I expect your
but yeah, no. Imagine.
That's a low one.
Imagine going to the club knowing that's the time that you're actually going to see your boyfriend and have sex with him.
In case some of you don't know, Murugi Munyi's husband, his name is what's his fucking name? I can't even remember his name. He has a very Zach, yeah. Her husband, Zach, had an affair with a lady called Nurse Judy, right? So they actually had sex. I think it was multiple times. And so so people are out here saying, oh, Murugi Munyi is killing her marriage, blah, blah, blah. Nini. Yo, there's more to the story than your motherfuckers know, right? So let's just go on Nini kidogo let's go to Nurse Judy's Instagram page. Because Nurse Judy Pia, recently, there's a video that came up. Apparently she's put tracking apps on her husband's car, because Nurse Judy works in the US and her husband is based in Kenya. So this is Nurse Judy's backstory. Nurse Judy is married to this dude who got a job to work in Tanzania, right, some time back. And so I think she was pregnant at the time, so he couldn't go with her. Nini. So this is just me loosely giving you the backstory. So he couldn't go with her to Tanzania, so he had to leave her back hapa Kenya kidogo, atulie kidogo ndo amjoin TZ. But oh no, she wasn't pregnant, but they already had a child, so she had to remain hapa Kenya with the mtoi as the dude goes and establishes himself in Tanzania, and then the family could join him, right? During that period is when Sasa Nurse Judy got into an affair with Murugi Munyi's husband, Zach, all right? So they had sex. Murugi Munyi came and found out about it, and Murugi Munyi is the one who broke the news to Nurse Judy's husband in Tanzania. And on hearing that, Nurse Judy separated with the husband broke up with Nurse Judy because of your nini. It was an old issue, right? And during that period, as Nurse Judy comes and tells of it later, unajua the funny thing is gani, mimi hata I don't think Murugi Munyi is the evil person here. Unaget? I think Nurse Judy I'm already being biased, I think Nurse Judy is the evil bitch here, unaget? Because I've seen Nurse Judy's interviews even after all that happened, and this lady is not even remorseful on regarding what she did to a fellow woman, Murugi Munyi. I saw an interview she did, I think, with Mungaib some time back, and she was like, yo, Murugi Munyi was even calling my husband, telling my husband to break up with me. She was actually the one pressuring my husband to break up with me. And honestly, number one, if I was Murugi Munyi, and if I was the husband to Nurse Judy, number one, wangekuja tu pamoja wa these people should have just come together and do the do bana. They should have come together and fuck. First of all, kupunguza stress ya kuchitiwa. The cheatees should have come together and cheated on the cheaters. That's what you do. If you are two cheatees and you find out about it that your significant others have played you both, you do the Uno reverse card. You play the Uno reverse card. You come together, you cheat on the cheaters, right? I'm not saying they haven't done it, bro. I'm not seeing how petty Murugi is. You know, I wouldn't say that Murugi and Nurse Judy's husband haven't smashed. And not just smashed, but probably even doing it at nini sahi. Unajua? So, seeing how petty Murugi is, unless sasa, Nurse Judy's husband is not interested in that shit. But bro, Mimi, if you do that shit to me, bro, if you fuck my bitch and your bitch comes and tells me about it, bro, even if I'm not interested in your bitch, I'd rather take Viagra, bro, and fuck and fuck that bitch just to get you out of spite, just to get back at you out of spite, and then leave my bitch and fuck your bitch a little bit more, a little bit longer, just to get you. Kila kitu is destroy it all. Kila kitu is sambaratisha yote, unaget? Yeah, but technically that's the backstory, unaget? So when I see fast forward the story and Nurse Judy and the husband. So fast forward a few years later, Nurse Judy and the husband settled those differences and they got back together. They even got a second child. But for me, I'm like, Nani, you know, if you're a man and you find out and you have evidence like Nurse Judy's husband has, that she slept with another man, and not just any other man, another woman's husband, you have that evidence, you don't get back together with that woman. Remember, this woman, Sai, they still have a similar situation, unaona? At that time, it was the husband was working in Tanzania. Sai, Nurse Judy is the one working in the United States, miles and miles and miles away. It's not like you can pop up to the United States and say, yo, surprise, I'm here. Unaget? So what's to tell you that this woman is not cheating on you? Eh? And if you've seen those American pornography, unajua venye hao those American people, nini, venye wanakuanga na bro, inches. American height everywhere, bro. You're not competing with that. Bro, you're not competing. You're not competing with that. All right. So I'm saying, knowing how opinionated this Nurse Judy is, and how liberal, how liberated she is. She's out there alone, million miles away. She can take like 2 years or a year to come back and see you and the kids. You're telling me this woman is not cheating, and this woman has a history of cheating. You're telling me she's not cheating huko? To make it even worse, she's a nurse, bro, and you still got back together with this woman, bro. If she's for the streets, she's for the streets, bro. Unaget? And to show you how insecure this woman is, unajua saa zingine mtu kama ako insecure hivi probably means they are doing it. If it's true, this video she released, because she released a video calling her husband and complaining, bitching around on how she left trackers on his car and he's not supposed to be where he's supposed to be, that kind of bullshit, right? So this just goes to show you that her insecurity is stemming from somewhere. Her insecurity is not stemming from her cheating in the past, no. Her insecurity is stemming from her currently cheating. That's all I would say. Maybe I'm not here in the business of sambaratisha marriages za watu. I'm just here to be honest. So at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you to know if you're going to live or stay in that relationship, you get. So this dude, knowing all that, he's still there, unless he's there for a reason. Because unajua, she's out there, she's gotten her citizenship. I think they're already legally married, so I guess it's just a matter of time until he gets his citizenship and moves there. Because if that's his plan, then I'd say, then bro, then the brotherhood is probably proud of you. You know, pull an uno reverse on these bitches. I sound bitter at this point. I sound bitter. I promise you, honestly, I'm not. but that's what I'm saying. So Mimi, I think this dude is playing his cards. Ameamua pull what most of these women pull out. So he's just waiting for name. Because if you're married to a US citizen, then you become a US citizen automatically, right? So yeah, so I guess he's waiting for his citizenship to apewe hiyo citizenship yeye na watoi aende US, then akienda US adivorce huyo madam or madam mwingine. Okay, that would be brilliant, Then move on na life yake. That would be brilliant. So yeah, but the audacity for her to call and question him whether he's cheating or not, even if he's doing it, her having cheated in the past, unaget, that's what I have a problem with. So yeah, so this was just a backstory. Mambo ya Nurse Judy we might talk about sometime later. So let's get back to Murugi Munyi. Given Murugi Munyi's history with her husband, then you would understand why Murugi Munyi would go on her podcast and shamelessly talk about her sexual escapades back in the days, all right? Is it a right thing to do as a married woman? No. But you're Murugi Munyi, and your husband cheated on you with a woman who is unapologetic of the pain that you had to go through in that period of your life. Unaget? Nurse Judy shouldn't be here doing interviews saying how Murugi Munyi is bad for poisoning her husband's mind on leaving her and shit like that. I mean, bro, you slept with her husband. What do you want you to do? She could have done what? She could have pulled up on you and she could have pulled up on you to run that fade like Aaron the plumber, but she did not. You know? She chose to do the right thing, of which I commend her for, and that is to advise your husband to leave you alone. Now, Nurse Judy is here saying, okay, Nurse Judy, you're advising my husband to leave me, whereas you are not leaving your husband. Well, it's different. It works different. Women are cheated on day in, day out. They don't leave. They stick around through thick and thin. But when a man is cheated on, because he is a man, he has to leave. By virtue of being a man, you are a man first. We understand all these other things. We understand the woman is good. We understand the woman has done this and this. We understand that the woman might have slipped off. But to slip off onto another man's dick, it doesn't work like that, bro. We understand. Man is to err, a woman is to err. A woman might have slipped off. But to slip off onto another man's dick, no, it doesn't work like that. As a man, you have to live. As a man, you've got to live. Your wife having sexual intercourse, your girlfriend having sexual intercourse with another man is like blasphemy to God. It does not work like that. All right? Even the Bible has allowed for divorce in those circumstances, in those scenarios. Adultery. All right? Yeah. So back to Murugi Munyi, man. So me, I don't see why people are out here shaming Murugi. Murugi did nothing wrong. She's still venting. You know, whether you're a man or you're a woman, your significant other is the person that is supposed to be loyal to you having sex with someone else. It's not something you just wake up in the morning and forgive. Murugi Munyi has a way of you know, venting out your frustration from years back. And probably she might never heal. You don't heal from shit like that, bro. You will forever always doubt that person. Trust is destroyed completely. Sasa hii mtu atokeleze hapo kwanza, simp fulani tu atokeze hapo design ule simp aliamua kuchota Kate actress from nani Phil Karanja. Simp tu akuja amua kuchota Murugi from that Zack dude. She's going to leave, bro. I'm telling you, she's going to leave. Because that shit, trust is deep. Watch it. Once trust is destroyed, say, there's never recovering. Wacha nikwambie, it doesn't matter whether it's 20 years, 10 years, 50 years down the line. Once a woman has had, not at a woman, I think both, whether you're a woman or a man, you've been cheated on. 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, whether it's, you're not going to stay in that relationship. And you find out you're not going to stay. Because trust has been destroyed completely. You might choose to stick around. How many of you have seen people divorcing at the ages of in their 60s, in their 70s? This shit happens. Let Murugi Munyi vent. Let Murugi Munyi vent out her frustrations. You know, me, I don't see a problem with whatever she said. You know, whatever she said versus whatever her husband did is much worse. Yani versus whatever her husband did, her husband did much worse.